I have students who have sold tens of thousands of dollars a month with their dropshipping businesses. But the question is, does it still work for beginners in 2024? Can someone who is brand new to eBay dropshipping make up to $300 a day or more dropshipping from Amazon? And how exactly can you do it step by step? Let's find out. eBay dropshipping is really appealing to a lot of beginners because of how simple it is. Literally, all you're going to do is grab some images from Amazon and list the item up for sale on eBay. Now, here comes a customer, they order the item from you. You then order the item from Amazon, who's going to ship the item directly to your customer, completely hands-off for you. So for example, this seller on eBay has listed up for sale this mosquito netting that you can see right here. They're selling it for $150 and it has sold a total of 4 times. Now, the cool thing here is that every time this item is sold, all this seller has done is go over to Amazon, order the item from here for less money, and then have Amazon ship it directly to the customer. So as you can see, this seller on eBay doesn't even own this item or really any of the items that they're selling. Only after they sell this item on eBay do they then turn around and buy the item from Amazon, which means that if you do this, you don't need to spend any money up front on inventory, which means that your cost to get started is going to be very low and you can really do this from anywhere in the world. But the question is, does this even work? So let's jump into this software right now. It's called Zek Analytics. Now, primarily what Zek Analytics does is it helps you find these profitable winning products that you can dropship on eBay very, very quickly. And we're definitely going to return to this later in the video so I can show you exactly how that works. But for right now, I want to show you something else because this software also allows you to scan other sellers on eBay. And that's exactly what I've done. For instance, these sellers right here, this one right here, is dropshipping from Amazon onto eBay. And you can see that they're doing about $17,000 a month in sales, all without owning any of these products. So we can see that this item right here has sold 19 times in the past month. This one has sold 18, this one has sold 10, this one has sold 9. So they have all these products that they're dropshipping from Amazon to eBay multiple times a month. Here's another seller right here who's doing about $18,000 a month in sales with the exact same system, selling items dozens and dozens of times every single month. Here's another seller doing $26,000 a month from Amazon to eBay. And I want to show you this one right here. They're only doing about $7,000 a month in sales, but based on their feedback, we can see that they are a brand new seller. They haven't been around that long, which really shows you that anyone can get started with this and scale up a store if they know what they're doing. As you can see here, there are plenty of experienced and new sellers who are making a lot of money dropshipping Amazon to eBay. But as you also might suspect, there are some sellers on eBay who never even manage to make a single sale. And that's because they don't know the right way to do this. So let me now show you how a complete beginner like yourself can make up to $300 a day or more with Amazon to eBay dropshipping. All right, step number 1 is, of course, you need an eBay account. So if you don't have one already, just come over to ebay.com and click on the top left where it says register, and then make sure you register an account here. If it gives you the option, you do want to choose a business account and sign up for that one. If you already have an eBay account, that's great. Go ahead and sign in. You can use that existing eBay account to do this. One thing you need to be aware of is that every account on eBay has what's called a selling limit. This is how many items you're allowed to list and sell within a given month. Once you hit this limit, you're not going to be able to sell any more items or list up any more items until either the month resets or you get eBay to raise your limits. So as a new seller, what you really want to be focused on is getting these limits increased, because once these are high enough, you can have more items into your store, and the more items you have, the more money you're going to make. The fastest way to do that, to increase your limits, is to sell some cheap items in your eBay store at close to break even. And then you're going to make sure that your items get shipped out to your customers. Make sure you upload tracking numbers for all those sales. That way eBay sees you're making sales, and when you prove to eBay that you can handle more sales, they're going to raise your limits up. This is also why it's a good idea, if you already have an eBay account, to use the one you already have, because older accounts will already have limits that have been increased. So go ahead and get signed up, and then we can begin to look for products to add into your store. And to help us with that, we're going to be returning back to this software, Zek Analytics. So what we're going to be doing is we are looking for products here that are already selling well on eBay, that people are already dropshipping well on eBay. And we're either going to sell those same products or very similar. This is really important because, like I said before, you're limited in the number of items that you're allowed to sell on eBay, especially when you first get started. So you really want to maximize those items by only listing ones up for sale that people actually want. And luckily, Zek Analytics helps us do that. So there are a few different product research tools built into Zek Analytics. I'm going to show you some of my favorite ones, the ones that I think work the best for beginners and that are the fastest. So if we come right onto the dashboard, right when you log in, I really like taking a look at this section right here. It's called the Trending eBay Products. It's showing us how well different products are selling just within the past week. Now, what I like about this is that I don't care if a product has sold like 20 times if that item hasn't sold recently. Because if that item only sold 20 times like 3 years ago, then obviously no one still wants that item. But if I'm able to see that a product like this one has sold 9 times in the past week, well, that's a really good indication that this is a popular product right now. So we come to the trending eBay product section. I'm going to go ahead and change this or make sure this is how I want it. So I'm selling on eBay. I'm going to be drop shipping. I'm sourcing from Amazon. So this is only going to show me items that you can buy from Amazon and that people are selling successfully on eBay. So I'm seeing right here, we have this patriotic flag of some sort, this stake. You know, a lot of these things, you're honestly not even going to know what you're selling. And that's totally fine as long as they're selling well. We see like this artificial maple leaves fall decor. It's sold 9 times in the past month. So this is a really cool item right here. So if you go ahead and click on it, this will open it up on eBay. It currently says it's out of stock, but that's okay because what that might mean is it's out of stock on Amazon. Even if it is, we're going to see if we can find something similar. So I'll start with the title. I'll go ahead and highlight that and you can search for it on Google or whatever search engine you use. And I have a result right here from Amazon. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, this looks like the exact same one, right? But it is out of stock, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's totally fine because we're going to see if there is a similar one. A lot of times it's actually better to not sell the exact same item because then you're going to be in direct competition with this seller. It's a lot of times better to sell something that's similar because we know that this product does well. And a lot of times Amazon will actually show you similar products right here on the page if you scroll down. Otherwise, you can just run another search for it. So we're looking for like maple leaves artificial fall leaves, right? These are just a bunch of leaves, like fake leaves. I mean, if anyone wants leaves, please come to my house and take them off my lawn because I got plenty of them to spare. All right, so plenty of different options here. Like this one is like $6.99. It doesn't get free shipping unless you have Prime. So let's see, this is about $15 here. So you'd have to add in shipping. Yeah, you know, not a lot of margin in there to make a lot of money. Usually I like to stick to ones that get free shipping. These items are a bit cheaper. So these ones might not work out so well for what we're looking for because again, I like to stick to ones that already have free shipping built in because you can't really use Prime for drop shipping. It will get your Prime account shut down. So you do want to just stick with a regular Amazon account. So none of these are really fitting the bill. We want something that's similar in price with free shipping. So maybe this item is just a little bit too inexpensive. But that's the idea of how it works. So let's look for maybe another one. Maybe that's a bit higher in price. So let's look at something like this one. Let's go ahead and open up that one. So that item is no longer available, which is okay. Let's look for another one. All right, so we have these floating shelves right here. We can come over to Amazon and search for floating shelves and see what we come up with. So these are about $26. I'm not seeing something that's in the right price range for that. No, that's not close to it. So that's not going to work. Okay. So, we're not having luck with that. That's okay. That's part of the process. So let me show you another way that we can look for these products. If we come over here on the left to the trending dropshippers section. So this is actually how I found all of the different dropshippers I showed you earlier, because what it shows you are dropshippers who in the past month are doing quite well. So you see this person is doing $19,000 a month in sales. This one's doing 13, this one's doing 14, this one's doing $18,000 a month in sales. And all you have to do is click on this button that says Scan Seller, and it will open up a page that looks like this, which I showed you before. And you can actually go through each of these items and do the exact same thing. We're basically doing like a reverse search, looking for these items on Amazon or whatever supplier you're using really to see if you can find them over there. So for instance, if we open up this one right here, this is like this steak right here, right? We can run a search for that on Amazon. You can even sort in different columns here. So if we sort by like current price, right? You can see a whole bunch of different results here, like these blankets and this load carrier and these picture frames. That's actually how I found this item right here. That's again selling for $150 here on eBay and is being sourced for about $91 here on eBay, on Amazon, I should say. I used this exact method to find this one. I found it here on a seller, and then I just searched for that product. This one came up. I saw that the price made sense for us to sell it at, so this is one we could definitely sell. Or you can come up here and try to find something similar. So if we find, like, search for replacement mosquito netting, go ahead and search for that. And you see that there's a whole bunch of different options here. Like this one's even cheaper for $75. This one's even cheaper at $65. So all of these could be winners because we know that people are willing to pay about $150 for these. And yet we can get them for much, much cheaper here on Amazon and sell them ourselves. The next step is that we're going to use a software called Autods to actually add these items into our eBay store. Now, I know I've mentioned a couple different software already, so what I've done is I've put together a guide that lists out all of the software I recommend for eBay dropshipping, all the ones I mentioned in this video, plus a few others that I don't have time to mention today, and links to the software as well. And if you use the links inside of this guide, you actually get free trials of the software I talked about today. So if you want a copy of this for yourself, it's completely free. All you have to do is go to the first link in the description down below to download your own copy of my Top Dropshipping Tools ebook. All right, let me show you how this software Autods actually works and how you can use it to actually add products into your eBay store. So let's say we wanted to sell this item right here. All I would have to do is copy down the URL from the top here and come over here to Autods. Now, I've already set up this account. I've already gone into the settings and made sure that they are the way that I want them to be. So assuming you have that set up already, all you have to do now is click on Add Products here and click on Single Product. And I'll paste in that URL and I'll click on Edit Now Quick. What that will now do is it will bring in all of the information from Amazon and bring it here into Autods. So you can see that right here. So first up, you can see it brought in the title right here, which you can go ahead and change. This is something I actually recommend that you do. Come in here and optimize this title. What does that mean? Well, that means that you're going to fill this title with keywords that people are actually going to be searching for when they are looking for this gazebo replacement mosquito netting. This title that's given to us, it's optimized for Amazon. It's not optimized for eBay. So you do have to spend time optimizing it for eBay. Now, luckily, if you come over here to Zek Analytics, on the left here, it actually has a title builder. So this is designed specifically to help you do this. So if I type in here, replacement mosquito netting, I can't spell and I can't type. So let's change that and click on search. It will pull in for us all the different keywords that people search for when they're looking for this item. On the left here, we have long tail keywords. On the right here, we have the more generic keywords. So words like netting, replacement, mosquito, gazebo, screen, mesh, canopy, all of these I would include inside of this title to make it really chock full of words that people are actually going to be looking for when they're looking for this. That way I rank higher in the search results than other people. So make sure you spend a few minutes doing that. Also make sure the category is correct. Usually Autods chooses the correct one, but sometimes it's worth it to go in here and double check that. So we have the category, it automatically creates tags for you. It automatically creates your shipping and payment and return policy. All of that's in here. It also brings in the description right here. Always worth it to spend a quick second glancing it over to make sure it doesn't mention Amazon in here or it doesn't have a phone number or email. Just delete those. If it's available in different colors, you can choose to have the different colors appear as different variations if you want, or you can choose for that not to happen. If you do have variations set up, you would see all of them appearing right here. You can also see all of the images here. If you don't like some of them, you can delete them. If you want a different main image, you can set a different main image. So that's something that you have the choice for. And the other cool thing about Autods is that it will duplicate the main images. So on eBay, you're allowed to have up to 12 images. Let's say Amazon's only giving you 4. Well, Autods is going to repeat all of them 3 times, so you have a total of 12. And eBay likes it when you have 12 images. So that helps your account as well, or your listing as well. And it pulls in a bunch of item specifics, automatically populates these for you as well. So all that's done for you automatically. Now, another great feature about Autods that I love is that it gives you warnings if there's going to be a problem with this item. So this item specifically says it is a Vero item, Autods. So this means that this is a brand that you shouldn't be selling on eBay. Because if you sell it, eBay's probably going to remove this listing and you will then get a strike on your account. You get too many of those, you might face like a 2-day suspension and a 3-day suspension. It's better to avoid these Vero items, and Autods is able to detect when it is a Vero item to warn you. So this is an item that I'm not going to list, but if it wasn't a Vero item, all I would have to do next is click Save and Import, and that item would be now live in my eBay store. And because Autods is connected with my eBay store, it will actually run a lot of my store for me after this point. So for example, if you set this up and the price on Amazon changes, Autods will then update the price on eBay for you automatically. Or if the item goes out of stock on Amazon, then Autods is going to automatically put that item out of stock in your eBay store. You can even set up Autods to automatically fulfill orders for you. So if someone buys the item from you on eBay, then Autods will just automatically order it from Amazon and have Amazon ship it to the customer completely on autopilot for you. So as you can see, dropshipping from Amazon to eBay does still work in 2024, even for beginners with no experience. But you have to be doing it the right way. So to make sure you get started off on the right foot, make sure you get that free guide I mentioned before. You can find it at the first link in the description down below. Then I really recommend you watch this video right here, because in this video, I spent a lot more time showing you how to do product research. So click right here and I'll see you there in just 1 second.